My name is Adelia and you must be...
Narendra Lingga.
Okay, please have a seat.
Thank you.
So, welcome to the interview for the position of video editor.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your interest in our company. Let's begin with the question. First question. Can you tell us a little about yourself and why you want to be a video editor?
I have always been passionate about storytelling through visuals. Yeah, I love how editing can transform raw footage into a compelling narrative, and I want to be a video editor to combine my technical skills like soft and hard skills also, and I can implement my creativity to produce engaging content. Yeah.
Okay. Can you describe a project you have worked on and what was your role back then?
I've done quite some project in my experience, also recent experience, and I am familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro, and Final Cut Pro also that I usually use. I have used these tools in various projects, in school, in my personal projects like my YouTube channel, my TikTok or my Instagram, and I'm always eager to learn new software as needed because there's always an updated version. Yeah.
Okay, that's alright. How do you handle tight deadlines and multiple projects?
Deadlines is always close with a video editor, yeah, because we work within a deadline. So I use tools like Trello to track all my projects, what is going on, what is coming up, and I always learn that deadlines makes us perfect, yeah. Make us work better, faster is better. So yeah, working with deadlines is fun, I think.
It's cool. What do you do if you receive negative feedback on your work?
I think from my personal perspective, negative feedback is a point or key to improve your skills, yeah. And without any feedbacks, we cannot improve. Without negative or positive feedbacks, we don't know which part is not right or which part we need to improve. So basically, negative feedback is to improve our capabilities in video editor in this case. Yeah.
Okay. This will be our last question. Why do you think you are a good fit for this internship?
I always mention in my portfolio that I sent out in every company, also in this company, that maybe there is a lot of people fit in this position, but I can measure that I have a great work ethics. I also eager to work creatively outside the box because that is really important if you are a video editor, and I'd like to playing with the video, yeah, do some experiment also, and I had a lot of unique selling points that I already mentioned in my CV or my portfolio as well. So maybe that's one or two reasons that makes me fit in this internship positions.
Great answer. Well, Narendra, thank you for answering all of our
I
questions.
appreciate that.
Before we wrap up, do you have any question for us?
Yeah, maybe there's one or two, but maybe I'll ask you in the next interview. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah, come in. Welcome. Please have a seat. Okay, so I've read your CV. I would be your interviewer today, and you'll be the interviewee. So I want to ask you, can you tell me a little about yourself and why you want to be a video editor?
Okay. First, I am Muhammad Satria Utama, and I love creating stories with videos. Editing lets me turn simple clips into exciting stories. I want to be a video editor because I enjoy combining my creativity with technical skills to make interesting videos.
Okay, and what software are you familiar with?
Hmm, I am familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro and also Final Cut Pro. I have used these tools for various projects in school and personal projects, and I am always eager to learn new software as needed.
Okay, let's move on to the next questions. Can you describe a project you've working on and what were your role?
I work on school projects where we made a short film. My job was to edit the film. I sorted the clips, made a rough cut, and added transitions, color corrections, and sound effect to make it more interesting.
Okay, and how do you handle multiple projects with a tight deadlines?
I manage tight deadlines by prioritizing my tasks and staying organized. I use tools like Trello to track my work and ensure I meet deadlines. Good communication with the team also help me manage the multiple projects.
Well, I just want to know, what do you do if you receive negative feedback regarding your work?
Okay. Maybe I just take negative feedback as a chance to improve myself, and I listen to the feedback, ask questions if I need more details, and then make the necessary change to improve my work. And I believe that feedback helps me become a better editor.
Okay, nicely. And what do you think? Why do you think you're fit for this internship?
I think I am a good fit for this internship because I love video editing and I am eager to learn and grow. And I have a good understanding of editing software, a strong work ethic, and a creative mind that I want to bring to your learning.
Okay, well, that's all for me. Thank you for answering all my questions before we wrap it up. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, thank you. I do have a couple of questions. For the first question, what kind of project would I be working on as an internship here?
What kind of project? So, great question. As an intern, you'll have the opportunity to work on a variety of projects, including promotional videos, social media content, and possibly assisting on larger projects like commercials or short film maybe. You'll get a hands-on experience and collaborate with our experienced editing team.
Okay, that sounds so fantastic. My second question is about the feedback process. How often will I receive feedback on my work?
We believe in continuous feedback to help you to grow. You'll have regular check-ins with your supervisor to discuss your projects for your progress, and you'll also receive feedback after each project you complete. We're committed to helping you develop your skills.
Okay, that's really encouraging. Thank you for the information. I am very excited about the possibility of working with your team.
Well, we appreciate your enthusiasm. and we will receive all the candidates and get back to you within a week. So do you have any other questions or anything else you'd like to share?
No, I think that covers it. Thank you very much for your time and consideration.
Okay, we'll get in touch. Okay,
Thank you.
nice to meet you.
Come in. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
So today we have an interview session. So what's your name?
My name is Adelia Wibichandra. You can call me Adelia.
That's good. My name is Narendra. Today I'm your interviewer. Sorry, and I will ask you some few questions for your positions.
All right.
So, can you describe a creative dish you developed that became a favorite among your previous restaurant patrons, and what was your inspiration behind it?
One of my restaurant's favorite dishes was a grilled watermelon salad with feta and balsamic reduction. I was inspired by the mix of sweet watermelon, salty feta, and tangy balsamic. It creates a refreshing and unique flavor combination.
That sounds delicious. And talking about pressure, how do you maintain composure and efficiency during peak service times, especially when faced with unexpected challenges or last-minute changes to the menu?
During busy times, I stay
Yep,
calm
it's okay.
and focused by prioritizing tasks and communicating effectively with my team. When there are unexpected challenges or menu changes, I adapt quickly and make decisions to ensure smooth service.
Okay, that's interesting. So, can you share an example of a time when you successfully collaborated with, other chef and kitchen staff to create a cohesive and seamless dining experience?
Sure, we collaborate to create a special tasting menu for a theme event,
Okay.
ensuring each dish complemented with the others in terms of flavors and presentation.
Okay. I see. That's quite a lot of experience you've had, yeah, in kitchen experience. So I want to ask you about ingredient knowledge, yeah. So what is your process for sourcing fresh, high quality ingredients, and how do you incorporate seasonal produce into your menu planning?
So about that, I prioritize building a relationship with local farmers and suppliers to ensure we receive the freshest ingredients.
Okay.
I regularly visit markets to stay updated on seasonal produce and make it a point to incorporate these into menu. For example, during the summer, I create dishes that highlight fresh berries and herbs, while in the fall, I focus on root vegetables and healthy greens.
Yeah, it's a great combination, and also you have a lot of experience in the kitchen. Yeah, so that's great. And this is the most important question that you have to answer, yeah, because we are dealing with customers. So, about customer satisfaction, how do you handle special dietary requests or, let's say, food allergies from customers while ensuring the dish still meets your high standards for taste and presentation?
So, I take dietary requests and allergies very seriously.
Yeah.
Obvious, yeah. And I ensure our kitchen has protocols in place to avoid cross contamination and that we are well versed in alternative ingredients. For instance, if a customer requests a gluten-free meal,
Yep.
I have a repertoire to substitution to maintain the dish flavor
Yep.
and presentation. So I believe in delivering an exceptional dining experience for all guests, regardless of their dietary needs.
Okay, so you already answered some few questions for me, and it's good, and it's all there. So I'm looking forward to meet you and Adelia again. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Have a good day, sir.
you too. You too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Come in.
Hello.
Take a seat, please.
Thank you. Okay. Yes.
First, can you tell me yourself?
Alright, so my name is Samuel Pasaribu. I have 10 years experience in this industry, 5 years as a junior chef in a Michelin restaurant in Singapore, and another 5 years as a head chef in 2-star Michelin restaurant in Hong Kong.
Okay. Can you describe a creative dish you developed that became a favorite among your previous restaurants? What's your inspiration behind it?
Well, it's kind of interesting because one of my most popular creations was a miso glazed black cod with pickled ginger and sesame broccolini. The inspiration came from my last trip to Japan, where I was deeply impressed by the balance of umami flavors and delicate textures in their cuisine. So I want to bring that experience to our dinners, blending traditional Japanese ingredients with a modern twist. The dish became a favorite for the rich, savory flavor and an elegant presentation. So it's reflecting both my culinary journey and commitment to innovation.
Okay. Next question is, how do you maintain composure and efficiency during a peak service times, especially when faced with unexpected challenge or last-minute change to the menu?
Well, peak service time and unexpected challenges is like common. It's like a rules in our industry. So during the peak service time, I rely on a meticulous preparation and clear communication with my team. We have systems in place to handle unexpected challenges, such as an organized miss and place and regular teams briefings before service. When last-minute changes occur, I focus on staying calm and methodical, delegating tasks effectively, and ensuring everyone is aware of a new priorities, because of course it's all about mindset for me. And this approach allows us to maintain high standards on efficiency and composure, even under pressure.
Okay, let's move to the next question. Can you share an example of a time when you successfully collaborated with other chefs and kitchen staff to create a cohesive and seamless dining experience?
One memorable instance of successful collaboration was during a themed tasting menu event. Each chef was responsible for a different course, and we had to ensure a seamless flow and cohesive flavor progression throughout the meal. We held several planning sessions to discuss our ideas and taste each dish, offering constructive feedback to sign our efforts. The result was a harmonious dining experience that received rare reviews from our guests, showcasing the power of teamwork and shared creativity in the kitchen.
Okay, nice answer. And for the next question, what is your process for sourcing fresh, high quality ingredients, and how do you incorporate seasonal product into your menu planning?
I personally I personally prioritize building strong relationships with local farmers and suppliers who share a commitment to quality and sustainability. By visiting farms, markets, in regular time, I stay informed about the freshest seasonal produce available. I plan my menus around these ingredients, allowing the natural flavors shine and ensuring our dishes reflect the best of each season. This not only supports local agriculture, also keeps our menu dynamic and exciting for our patrons, because I believe in a dynamic menu could create a special feel in our restaurant.
Okay. For the next question is, how do you handle special dietary requests or food allergies from customer while ensuring the dish still meets your high standard for taste and presentation?
I approach special dietary requests with creativity and respect, understanding the importance of these requests to our customers. I collaborate with my team to adapt dishes without compromising any flavor or presentation. For example, we might create a gluten-free version of a popular pasta dish by using alternative grains or vegetable. This flexibility and attention to detail ensure that all guests enjoy a memorable dining experience that meets our high standards.
Okay. That's all my question. Thank you for coming, Sam.
All right, thank you. It's nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.